Hey guys, this is Amanda from My Dog Rules Canine Academy in Macon, Georgia. I wanted to give y'all a brief overview of the Mini Educator ET-300 collar that we use. It is an e-collar, not a shock collar. It uses the same technology as a TENS unit as opposed to static shock. I wanted to show you how to turn it on, how to fit it, and later on today I'm going to show you a video of introducing a dog to the e-collar stimulation and showing them what it means and how to turn it off. The way we train dogs is through a system called pressure release. So basically when they feel the pressure of the e-collar on their neck, as soon as they go along with what we're asking them to do, the pressure goes off. So pressure release. This is the remote. To turn it on, there's a button on the back. It says on off. It's the big circle button. You hold it down, you press, and when the light turns blue, it is on. You'll see here there is a stimulation level. Maybe you'll see it, maybe you won't. Okay, there we go, of 5. To adjust that, you turn this knob. Now this goes all the way from 0 to 100, so you can really hone in on your dog's level that they need. Their state of mind will change the level. So once we find the perfect working level for your dog, it's going to be the lowest amount of pressure that they can feel on their neck. Let's say it works at a 4. Does that mean that it will be stuck on a 4 for the entire duration of the training? No. Because as your dog's state of mind changes, their level is going to change too. If they're more aroused, hyper, overly stimulated, the level is going to be a lot higher than what it normally is. But with knowing our range, if your dog typically works on a 4 and you're at a 40, something's probably going wrong. Either the collar's not on tight enough, it's not charged well, or it's not turned on. Now, the way you turn on the actual collar, you'll see there's this little red dot right here. There's another red dot right here. You're gonna line them up, they're magnetized, so when they touch, you'll see this green light come on, and that means your collar's on. Now to fit the collar, we're gonna have it on pretty tight. You're gonna feel like it's a little uncomfortable for your dog. I promise you they're gonna be fine, but I'll show you on my arm. You have to have the 2 contact points touching their skin. If it's not touching their skin, it's not doing anything. And what'll end up happening is you'll have the collar on really loose. One of the contact points will be up a little bit so it's not touching, and you're gonna be turning the level up and up because your dog's not gonna be responding. And as soon as they turn their head a little bit and both of the contact points are touching, you're gonna be up on a 50 or something, you're gonna hit it, and it's gonna hurt. So we really need to pay attention and make sure that we have the collar on well. Make sure that you brush out the area of their fur to make sure there's no dead hair that's blocking the connection. If you have a really thick-haired dog, they make contact points that are a little longer and thinner that can actually penetrate the hair to get to the skin. So to put this on, I'll show you about how tight it needs to be. So on my arm, you know, about like that. You just want to make sure that it has consistent contact no matter what's going on. You don't want it to spin around on their neck, you want it on there good and tight. Now some of the features of the collar are that it is completely waterproof. So you'll see on the back here, there's a charging port. It's got a rubber seal. When that's pressed in, this is waterproof and it floats. So if you take your dog to the lake and you drop this in, you're gonna be able to find it. And it's the same situation with the collar. It's got a charging port right here. Opens to charge and then closes to seal. Once those are sealed, this is completely waterproof. So your dog can go swimming in it, can take a bath. Just be sure after they have finished their bath or swimming or whatever, we're gonna take it off and we're gonna dry their neck really well so there's no skin irritation from the water being held on their neck that long. Another feature is that this has a light on it. So if you click the on-off button quickly, it'll start a flashing light. If you click it again, you've got a solid light. Click it again and it's off. Now, the benefit of that is if your dog's out in the dark, you can find them. There's also a vibrate feature on this side. There's a T. When you press it, I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it vibrates. Now that we don't typically use because it is a little bit more startling than the actual stimulation of the collar. So on this side, you have this button right here. That's the one you'll press to keep your stimulation level the same. So they work on a 4, you press this one, pay attention to me, it hits on a 4. Now if you press the red one, it's gonna boost it by 5. So working on a 4, you hit this one, it's gonna take it up to a 9. That is for a correction or in case of emergency, your dog's not listening at all, blowing you off. That one, pay attention, come back. Also, you can set your level and hold it down. So say we're on a 4 right now. If I want to make sure that it stays on a 4 with no ability to move it, like say it's in my pocket, we don't use it too much anymore, but it's there in case of emergency. You'll hold this down and it'll lock it into place. We don't typically lock anything into place because you never know what's going to happen at any point in time, so we like to have the option to adjust it as needed. So to unlock it, you just hold it down again and it unlocks and you can move it again. Another system feature is you can change the stimulation level from continuous to momentary, or do a combination of both. So let's say we want this one on continuous, meaning when I hold the button down, it is stimming the entire time. It does have an auto shut off after 10 seconds, just in case it's in your pocket and you accidentally are holding it down. It's gonna turn off after 10 seconds, so they're not getting constant stim during your walk. Maybe we want to put this one on momentary, so when you press it, instead of holding it continuously, it's going to be quick like that. We do use it on continuous for both buttons. That way we have the option to guide them. Because we are using the lowest level possible for them to feel, we're going to hold it down and guide them to what we want them to do, as opposed to just correction, correction, correction.